I remember when I was a practicing sinner, and I started to date this lady, and when I met her, I didn't know she smoked cigarettes. And everybody and anybody who knows me know I'm a try to be. Even when I was a sinner, I was a health nut and a body person. I believe in taking care of my health. But I didn't know she was a smoker. Usually, you can smell smokers a mile away. But so we was like on a second or third date, and walking up to my apartment, she was like, "Hold on for a second, I'm gonna sit out here and smoke." I was like, "You gonna sit out here and do what?" I said, "I ain't know you smoked." I said, "Well, this ain't gonna work." So everything that I thought about that woman got thrown out the window. Who cared about how she looked, how nice or bad she was? But as soon as I found out she smoked, that was it. There's no compromise. I'm not compromising my life and my health for no relationship with nobody. And what's crazy about that is that once I got saved and got married and started walking with the Lord, I had some neighbors, and a lady and a man, older lady and man who lived next door, smoked. And the lady ended up getting cancer and dying. And the man got so depressed, he sat in his house and did not eat until he died. So 2 people died from smoking cigarettes. And I said that to say this, and the way they both go together is that I thank God that he has a standard. God has a standard. He has a standard that he has given us that will literally not only just save our lives, but allow us to have the promises that he promised us. Now, if I had compromised with that lady who I was dating when I was a sinner and just say, okay, go ahead and smoke, whatever, I literally could have been dead. I could have literally got cancer from secondhand smoke. And not only that, my standard caused her to stop smoking. She ended up like, well, I'm going to give it up then. I'm going to try to stop because I really want to be in a relationship with you. But the fact of the matter is that when we have a standard that we stand on, it will cause people around us to want that standard when they know and see it's better for them. It will give them the discipline and the hope and the strength to walk in that standard. And that's the word that I'm trying to share with you. It's so important that we have a standard, definitely as believers. Now, like I said, that came as a non-believer going to a believer. I was a backslider, obviously at that time when I met the lady and everything. But when I became a believer, my standards increased because I understand his perfect will for my life and the promises that God has for us. And the only way we're going to receive the things he has for us is if we're willing to keep the standard he set for us. Now, 2 things be happening. Number 1, people don't even know the standards. They just come into Christ and just live any kind of old way, do any kind of old thing, and try and use grace as a license to sin. And it don't work. I know preachers who are dead right now because they didn't have no standard for eating. They was just gluttonous. And their bodies just blew up, and they finally ended up dying from being entertaining the spirit of gluttony. They didn't have a standard. They didn't have no diet. They didn't have no workout regimen. And they are dead and gone from this earth because of food. And that is so sad. And it's all because they never had a standard. And it's sad, family, because the promises of God are so real and so true. But you will only inherit the promises of God if you keep his standard. He has a standard that we're supposed to have for everything we do. Everything. I remember when I used to walk, I'm going to close this. I remember I used to walk outside with my shirt off, as a non-believer. I don't think I ever, when I was a backslider, I don't think I ever wore clothes. But I remember I used to, no shirt and shorts is really all I wore, and some boots most of the time. Silly, but that's the way I was. I was in shape. I took care of my body. But as soon as I remember when I got born again and started living right for Christ, and I was about to take one step out the door, 1 foot, and the Holy Spirit like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm about to go outside. Like, not without no shirt, you ain't. And I wasn't, no person was telling me this. It was the Lord saying, look, you can't do the same thing you used to do. It's like, you live for me now. So when people see you, they need to see me. Hence the witness wear t-shirts. So before I go outside and bear all, now I'm married now. So if we're at the beach, that's a different story. I have the opportunity, if my wife approves or agrees, to take off my shirt, because you're going to draw attention because you're a Christian, not because I'm so great looking or nothing. But when you're a believer, the enemy is looking for any and every opportunity to try and sift you as wheat. But keep that standard, family. It's real.